Hello everyone, so today's video is going to be a tutorial. Obviously by the title you already know that, but I wanted to do another look using some of the newer Makeup Revolution products. I know you guys are probably getting sick of hearing me talk about it, but honestly it's been one of my favorite brands lately to work with and to, use their products and stuff. So I've just been enjoying their products, and I think it was last week where I posted the video showing you guys all of the new stuff that I got and gave you guys some just little tidbits here and there of what I think about the products so far, or thus far. I have been using a lot of it pretty much almost every single day because I really want to kind of give you guys a really good review on these products. So for today's look, it's very sort of fall inspired. I wasn't intending to do that. It was a last minute thing to throw on this dark kind of berry lip, but I actually really like how it just works with the really warm tone eye. So that's what we're doing today. For eyeshadows, primarily I'm using the Flawless Matte. There's fingerprints, so please excuse that. But basically, this palette has all of the matte eyeshadows you could ever possibly need to do any sort of eye look. So that's what I'm using today with a couple other products. I'm using the Radiance palette, the new contour palette, and then blush and lip is also Makeup Revolution, so you get to see how these products perform. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I really love the way this look came out. I can see myself using this throughout the upcoming season, which I'm so excited for fall. I'm kind of over the heat, but I can see myself using this a lot. I think it's really pretty. It's easy to do. It's using one of their pigments as well. I forgot to mention that a moment ago, but I'm really enjoying the products, and I hope that you enjoy this video. And if you want to see how to do this look, then keep watching. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is take 3 different shades of a tan, one that's light, a mid-tone, and a darker shade. So just any sort of 3 tones of the same color if you're going to follow along with this tutorial, or just using this technique for anything. And I'm going to start with the lightest shade with a big fluffy brush, and these are going to be like my transition shades. And I'm going to start with the lightest color, and I'm going to layer the mid-tone shade over that and then the darker shade over that. So it's going to create a layered effect, and I find that when I do this, it helps also blend out the colors and makes everything look more seamless as far as your blending is concerned. So just use any fluffy brush. This one in particular is from Morphe. It's part of their Elite collection, and it's really soft, and it gives you more of like a blown out sort of airbrush effect because the brush is really great as far as blending and keeping the edges really soft. Next, I'm going to take this light shade. This is just a light skin tone color, and all of these shadows in this palette are matte. So I'm using one that matches my skin tone as my brow bone highlight. So just use whatever matches your skin tone. And then I'm going to take this lighter tan, and I'm going to mix it with like a sort of like muted mauve brown shade. It's a really pretty color, and I'm going to take that with a more precise pointed crease brush. This is also by the Elite collection from Morphe brushes, and I'm going to be more precise because the colors are getting darker, so I want a smaller brush. And I'm just going to be applying that back and forth, basically in the same area that I applied the other 3 tan shades, but I'm going to concentrate it more into my actual crease area. And then I'm just taking a clean crease brush just to kind of soften everything and blend those tan colors up into my brow bone highlight, just to kind of soften everything out. And then I'm going to go in with a couple like peachy tones. Both of these again are matte. One is just slightly lighter than the other. I know on camera it looks the same, but it's just a light, soft peach color, and that's what's going to give us that warmth to this look. I feel like you could use any color, even like a peach smoothie type of shade from like Makeup Geek or any brand would work, but just adding that warmth with the peach, it makes this color perfect, or make this look perfect for fall. And again, I'm using the same pointed crease brush that I used for the darker color. And now I'm going to go back in with the 3 tan shades that I started off with a pencil brush, and I'm going to start the same layering technique on my lower lashes. So start with the lightest color, work your way to the mid-tone and the darker shade, and again, that helps not only apply the color, but also helps blend everything out because you don't want everything to be really harsh. Then I'm going with that sort of mauve-y brown and the darker brown mixed with the 2 peach shades that I just showed you. So basically everything that I use on my upper crease, I'm just going to kind of layer that and kind of smoke out the under eye area. And I'm going to go in with a really dark brown. This has a slight kind of reddish tone to it, and I'm going to use that just to kind of create some more depth. And I'm sorry that I'm out of frame in this part. I didn't realize that I was, but just a little bit darker just to create a bit of a smokier effect. And now we're going in with the pigment from Makeup Revolution. I will have it listed down below. I'm going to pour it into the cap just because it's easier to do that when you're working with pigments, and I'm taking a flat shader brush and picking up the product from the cap. And I'm going to be applying this to my lid space or my lid area, and I'm going to stay below the crease. This color is intensely shimmery. If you were to wet your brush, you could definitely get a more foiled effect, but I feel like I don't have to do that with pigments so much because they're really intense to begin with. But using any sort of flat shader style brush, even like a concealer type of brush, will definitely pick up the product and also deposit it onto the lid and also help blend it out for you. Now I'm going to start cleaning up under the eye. I'm taking the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer with a crease brush. I'm going to be applying that with the doe foot applicator and then blending it out with a fluffy crease brush. And I've been doing this a lot lately just to kind of give myself an airbrush finish to the under eye area, and it just kind of makes everything look a little bit softer. And I'm also going to clean up the edges of my under eye eyeshadow just to kind of perfect it, and it's a simple way to do that. If you do this step last after applying your eyeshadows, it makes it so much cleaner than if you had your concealer on and then applied dark color, because some of that can kind of fall down and create a bit of a shadow. So then I'm going to go ahead and set that with a yellow kind of banana colored powder. This is from the Makeup Revolution Contour Kit. And now moving on to some liner. I'm starting off with the gel liner. It's the black one by Bobbi Brown. And I'm using a bent liner brush. This is a brush from Zoeva. Love this brush. It's really great to apply liner very thick and also very thin. And it helps with creating a cat eye effect with the liner. I'm not really crazy about this liner. It's the only black gel liner that I have. Believe it or not, out of all the stuff I have, I only have one of the black. So I am going to apply that first, and then I'm going to go over everything with the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. This is a great, great liquid liner. It has a pen or like a brush tip to it, and it gives you such a precise line. It's fabulous. I love this liner, and you can get it at Sephora. So basically what I'm doing is just going over everything and using the tip of the liner to perfect my sort of like my little wing on the very end. And you don't have to do that. It's up to you. It's whatever you want to do. And then now I'm going to go in with a like a mid-tone brown. It's kind of like a chocolatey brown. Sorry, it was kind of blurry in the camera, but I'm going to take that with a pointed pencil style brush or pointed crease brush and just add a little bit just to kind of create a bit of a cat eye shape, using basically the wing as my guide with my eyeshadow. So it's just a little bit of color just to kind of create a bit of a cat eye look with the shadow. I don't know. That's probably confusing what I just said, but you get my point. You can see what I'm doing. And then of course, to finish any look off, you have to use some mascara. I'm using the Maybelline The Rocket Volume. I always have a tube of this. I love this stuff. It's really, really great. So moving on to the face, I've already contoured my face with the contour palette by Makeup Revolution. It's the newest one that I showed in my haul video. And I just basically applied it to where I normally contour. I just wanted to kind of cut time on this video. But I'm going in with a matte blush, also by Makeup Revolution. This is in the color Nude. And I'm using an angled blush brush. This is part of the Elite collection from Morphe Brushes. And I'm just applying blush. You can use any kind that you want. This one has a bit of a pinky tone, so it gives me a nice little flush to the skin without being overpowering and taking away from the eye look. But you can use anything. You can use something a little bit deeper. You can use a little bit of bronzer, whatever you want. Then I'm going in with one of my absolute favorite products. I haven't had it for long, but this is the Radiance palette by Makeup Revolution. I absolutely adore these highlight shades. They're so high-end, and the quality of them is phenomenal. And I'm basically going to highlight with the lightest shade. It has a bit of a kind of like a beigey champagne tone to it. So I'm just applying that with an e.l.f. brush. Love these brushes. You will be seeing these in my favorites for the month of August coming up very soon. But I love this. As you can see, it gives you such a beautiful glow without being over the top, without being, you know, too crazy. And then I'm going to be applying a berry lip. I decided to go with a darker lip, so I chose berry. I don't know why, but I kind of just went with it, and this is also by Makeup Revolution. I will have it listed down below. Then I'm going to top it with a matching gloss. This is the Wow Gloss by Makeup Revolution. And I love this gloss. It's really pigmented, very shiny, and I feel like it goes perfectly with this. And I do apologize for not being in frame for part of this step, but I mean, you kind of get the idea of just putting on a lip product, but you can definitely do whatever lip color you wanted. Anything would work with this look. Alright, I hope that you guys enjoyed that. It was really fun to do this video. It was a little bit unexpected. I was intending to do something really bright and colorful, but then of course I gravitate towards warm tones because that's what I enjoy. And I decided to go more fancy with my eyeliner, throw on this berry lip, and I'm just gonna roll with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Don't forget to expand the description box because everything that I use for the video will be listed down below with the link for the Makeup Revolution site, just in case you're interested. And no, it's not an affiliate link, it's just there for your convenience. And yeah, I will be seeing you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.